So use imperative handle is actually very interesting in that. So let's say, for example, at the moment, of course, all the methods that are available on an input element, such as focus, blur, and so on and so forth, automatically are available for your custom component, which is basically like input element, right? If you wanted to build a custom component, let's say, for example, only thing that you wanted the user to be able to do is, let's say, focus or blur, or you don't even want them to be able to carry out any direct DOM manipulation action on that particular component. So here's what you can do. You can use what is known as the use imperative handle. Now, all you have to do is come over here and say use imperative handle, right? That should be imported automatically for me now. Yeah, I have that now. Use imperative handle, the hook. You use it at top level of your component, right? And the first thing you want to do is pass a ref, right? Which is basically this ref, right? And the next thing you want to do is pass a callback that is going to return an object or a hash of the methods that you want to support for your custom component. So in this case, I'm just going to return an empty object for now. Then I'm going to pass a callback here, which is an array of dependency. I'm going to leave that empty for now, which means that when this component renders once, then whatsoever is available here, what we want it to make use of. So if I come over here and I save this up, our job is actually not quite done. There's just one more thing, right? Remember that we have our ref, which we're now passing to the use imperative handle. It means that we can no longer pass this to our input ref. You can in fact pass it and things will begin to conflict, but because we do not want that, what I'm going to do now is create a custom ref for this. So I'm come over here and say const input ref equals use ref into bracket null, right? And I will just come over here and say input ref. Save this up, and if I come back here and I do web boss, you see that this guy no longer focuses. For us to return the focus, all we have to do is come over here in our return statement here, say focus, right? And basically just come over here and say input ref current focus, save it up, and let me do web boss, and of course it focuses on that input. So let me go over this again because it might look a little bit complicated. Use imperative handle is basically saying, oh, any method that is available inside of here, it is now what is available for our custom component. Basically, we are now hooking directly to the custom component, right? We then control the behavior of this underlying element, which the user assume that they are hooking into from this use imperative handle, which is why we have a separate ref for this. So we are directly referencing this input, and we are using this use imperative handle to manipulate the kind of methods that are available for this method. So which is why we are catching the ref here with the use imperative handle such that we're able to control the reference to the custom component, right? So yeah, and that's basically the way the use imperative handle works. Now, another interesting thing about use imperative handle is you can now construct, let's say, new methods for your custom component, right? So for example, now my input is not necessarily a component that exists in the DOM. It's just a custom component. What that means is that I can now create new methods for my input. So let's say, for example, I want to create a method that allows me to focus and scroll into view for the particular input. I'll just come over here and say focus, and scroll into view, right? Come over here, or just basically copy this and paste it twice, and just come over here and say scroll into view. Save it up, and of course I don't need it yet. I'm not using it yet. All I have to do is just come over here and say on click, right, equals save this guy up, right, and just come over here and say age input dot current dot focus and scroll into view. Focus and scroll into view. Save it up, and let's come over here now and I click focus and scroll. You can see that it focuses and scrolls into view, and that's basically how they use imperative handle works. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you found value in this video, please do let me know in the comment section. If it's your first time on the channel, please subscribe, please like, so that this video can get recommended to more engineers who might find this helpful. Cheers, and don't forget to build like a boss.